Hello everyone and welcome back to Kickstarter in the current year, where those of you who have been following this channel along for some time will know that quite a few of the projects I look at every week come from my Discord server, and a lot of them are brought to my attention by the user Lobster Mashing on Keyboard. They do a lot of looking into these projects on their own time, and then I just sort of tell some of that information over to you while being smug about it. But there are instances where instead of, and these are rare, where instead of posting about them in the Discord server that I have linked in the description, they will instead DM me. And that's linking certain things, certain sites, and certain topics on Discord has a slight, but still a potential to get someone in a bit of trouble. Because today's project isn't just, oh, this is some cheap ripoff game. Oh, it's not just a scam in the sense that the game might not be made, or it might be worse than it's advertised, or something might be wrong with the reward tiers. Well, something is wrong with all of that, and all of those things are still true. But the big problem with this project is that quite a lot of it is appears to be illegal, and it seems that the person behind the project has already committed some financial crimes in the crypto community, so that's something to keep in mind. I want you to remember, as we're watching this project and as I'm talking about it, and as we're looking at the pitch video, this person successfully scammed some crypto bros out there. This worked before. The project already has a promising title. It's called Unlimited Money Generator, which sounds like it would be some kind of half satirical auto clicker game like that Paperclip Company game, but no, well, kind of. It's actually an investment-based strategy game, and again, you have the idea of maybe initially, oh, it's like a tycoon game. It's like Game Dev Tycoon or the movie guy tycoon that's out there, or one of those Roblox tycoons. Nope, this one features real money. But let's just start by letting the man speak himself. I'm skipping the very intro section because it's both completely irrelevant to the project, although it is a very clear ripoff of the Marvel intro, the Marvel Studios intro, but also because I have a suspicion that the music will get this video copyright struck.
We have made a game that you can use as a job. And when I say that, a lot of people, they can't really understand what I mean. I don't even understand what I mean. I'm like, do you understand what I mean?
Wow, that is such a great way to start your pitch video. Here's what we're doing. I don't know anything about how it works. I don't understand what I'm doing. I'm the only person working on this project, and I don't know what I'm doing. Brilliant start.
It's just a simple game, and we don't need to understand anything about investing. It's our own type of investing that we've created, and it's kind of a simplified, I don't even like to call it investing, but that's the only kind of way that I can help you understand.
That's certainly not a red flag. Not enough that he said, oh, I don't really understand what I'm doing. He's also now saying, there is no way for me to describe to you what we're actually going to be doing, so I'm just going to say, it's like investing, it's our own very special kind of investing, and I don't even like to call it investing, because it's not investing. Because what he's going to be essentially describing is confusing and either crypto mining or gambling, and I've looked through this project many times over, I've watched this pitch video before, I still don't fully understand what this is. But in his defense, it's not like he could explain it to me. He doesn't know how it works either.
But you're purchasing things, you're placing orders, and those orders are giving you access to much more data that you can sell to people.
Accessing data that you can sell to people sounds like crypto mining. But let's keep watching because it doesn't get any more clear than that.
When you're getting paid, these amounts, they're all relative. So if you're a wealthy person and you want to make $1 million today, you can do that. The UMG will allow you to do that. If you're a poor person and maybe you live in the deepest parts of Africa and you need a way to make money. Your brother just gave you a loan and you need something to do with the loan. You can use that money and find a source of income.
This is so unbelievably exploitative. If there was even the slightest chance that someone in Africa would look at this project and consider it, it's not gonna happen because the project, which asked for $5,000, currently has $0. This project literally hasn't even attracted the bot that scans the website and donates $1 to everybody. Even the robots don't want anything to do with him. But if this pitch video reached those people, and if this pitch video wasn't terrible and actually worked, you probably understand how extremely exploitative this is, being like, oh, if you are the most broke person on the planet, and then you get money somehow that your brother gives you a loan in the poorest parts of Africa, where the hell did that loan come from? But never mind, you can just take all that money and go to our game and gamble with that money, and that will be the best investment you'll ever make. That sort of advertising borderline should absolutely be illegal, but I think it's basically okay because, again, this man is so terrible at pitching his ideas that I don't think anyone would fall for it. I say that, again, knowing that people have fallen for it on Bitcoin forums, so...
And I think what's really so crucial and just gratifying about this is we're bringing you access to a large amount of money, but you don't need to know anything.
Bringing you a vast wealth, immense amounts of money, and you don't need to know anything. This is like, again, this is just a massive red flag. If anyone ever offers you a deal like this, like, you don't have to understand anything about how this works, we'll just you just sign up, and eventually you'll have a bunch of money. What you're about to get roped into is some kind of pyramid or Ponzi scheme. That has to be what's going on. Except I don't think it's the case here, because it doesn't sound like this guy's necessarily competent enough to run that. There's slightly a different thing going on, I think, with what's going to be making him money from this project if it succeeded. I'll get to that later, though.
And we think it's cool that you don't have to have a college degree, but you can make more money than a doctor or an anesthesiologist.
It's very interesting here because from the amounts of money that you will see in the description below, technically that's possible, but that is still an insane claim to make, and also just completely, if it were true, it would certainly devalue anyone, disincentivize anyone from going into those fields, right? Like, you go into those fields because, like, yeah, you're doing good, you're being a productive member of society, but you're also making decent money. Well, what you're describing that you're doing with your unlimited money generator, it actually sounds like it completely would collapse the world economy, because nobody would want to be doing anything else. They would all just be making money here, but in turn, that would devalue your ability to make money on this game in the first place, so it wouldn't work. Also, throughout the entire video, he keeps saying we. We have made this game, we really believe in this, we are excited to do this and that. I don't know who we is. The only person tied to this project, the only name we could find, and this time the we means Lobster and I, was this Tayton Davis person who created the project. I don't know who we is, I think he's just using that term to make it seem like more legitimate, like there's actually a team behind this project, which there definitely isn't, because the game is extremely simple. The text is all gobbledygook garbage, and partially at least AI generated. All the images are AI generated. Your video sucks, it's just you yapping and being vaguely incoherent the entire time. No one else is working on this project that we can see or know of. I think it's just you, buddy.
So I really just want to interpret to you guys, or convey to you guys, that this is not a normal game.
Another red flag. This one's a difficult thing to spot. Did you hear what happened when he finished that last sentence? This is not just a normal game. When you hear someone in their pitch, in their explanation of what they're doing, especially what they're going to be doing with your money, and in the middle of that explanation, they have this practiced nervous laugh where they go, leave immediately, leave the page, leave the room, leave the seminar, leave wherever the hell you are and whoever the hell is trying to pitch you something. If this is an elevator pitch, slam the emergency button on the elevator and then climb out the hatch like freaking Hannibal, because you do not want to be associating with someone who talks about taking your money and trying to make an investment with it and going, haha. No, that's a terrible, terrible sign for what's about to happen.
This is a game, and if you know what you're doing, and with the right infrastructure, with the right people behind it, with the right people backing it, you can make $10,000 a month. You can make $2,000 a month.
You're gonna notice this happen a lot in the video, and we're like 3 minutes in, and he just keeps doing this sort of thing that I'll just put together in a moment so you can observe it. He says something which basically amounts to, what we're doing is phenomenal and amazing, and not just that, it's basically okay. You can make $1 billion, and you can even make $5. Like, he keeps doing this upsell, downsell thing, and I just don't get it. It's like he read some self-help business pitch video guidebook, but he read it backwards, like he thought it was a manga or something, so he's just giving all of his pitches in reverse, and it's actually kind of hilarious.
You don't need to waste 8 hours a day for a paycheck anymore. You can work for 4 hours and make your entire monthly paycheck possibly in 4 hours. You can work for 4 hours and make your entire week's salary in 4 hours.
He did it again. You can make your entire monthly salary in 4 hours, or you can make your weekly salary in 4 hours. I think we just watched his economy crash in real time in the span of one sentence.
So that's what's really gratifying about this, and I'm very glad to talk to you guys about it. I will be talking to you guys about it soon.
I'm very glad to be talking about it with you guys, but I'll be very glad to talk about it soon. He doesn't even limit this backwards logic to talking about money. Every single thing like he's pitching to you is backwards. Like, he just forgot in the middle of his own sentence that he's already pitching the idea to us.
Very simple. Even a kid can play the game. Your little brother can get on the game and he can start making money. You can teach your little brother, hey, you want to do this? Hey, you can do this and make money. Just do this.
Hey, little bro. You studying? You studying for school? You want to get a real job? You want to go to college? You want to get a real job? You want to get an education? Go f*** yourself. Sit in front of my computer right now and start making me money, bitch. I don't even know what to tell you except if you're making a pitch video, don't make part of your pitch video child labor. That's probably not the best pitch you can make in this scenario. You could have stopped at, hey, even a kid could do this. You did not need to proceed into make children do this. Yeah, then he just plays some footage and it's baffling to look at, and he's like sort of talks about it but sort of doesn't, so there's not even really a point to listening to what he's saying. You just see a bunch of numbers flicker over the screen, and I cannot tell if the footage is sped up or if that's just what the game looks like in real time. At no point is there any clarification of what the data is that you're supposedly farming. There's no explanation of who or you're selling the data to, why you're selling it, why is it beneficial to the people you're selling the data to, because apparently the people who you sell the data to are other players who then use the data for buying things or making investments or planning investment strategies. And again, what kind of data are you mining at that point? You go down into the description here, and a couple of things. First thing you'll probably note is all the AI-generated dragonballz art. And listen, it's already terrible on the Kickstarter project. It's worse if you go on their official website, because this is what the banner looks like on their official website, with melted faces and nonsense text. So all of the art in the project is not just AI generated. It is most definitely infringing on the trademark art style of Akira Toriyama. So that's already an iffy spot on the entire thing. And then you go down to the sources of income section, which, like I said, is incomprehensible. And here's something I'll show you. I'll show you a little thing that will tell you exactly, if you see this in a project, in a pitch, in a business suggestion, whatever, and they have, guidelines where, hey, you can make this much money, or you can make this much money on whatever the hell we're using. All of these starting salaries, starting amounts, apparently, are $2,006. What is that based on? Why would a farmer, a market predictor, and an investor all have this minimum barrier of $2,006? Well, obviously, the answer is they don't. If this is an investment game, or whatever else this goddamn thing is, the bottom floor is under zero. You have always, if you're doing some kind of investment, there's always a chance that you will actually lose money. That's a guarantee. If that doesn't exist, if there is no risk in the investment whatsoever, there's also no growth in that investment. That's pretty standard understanding of reality. And all of them are $2,006, and then you look at the higher limits, and there's numbers like $6,020 for a farmer, $16,053 for a market predictor, and $90,250 for an investor. And these numbers are very obviously fake. Why are they very obviously fake? I mean, a lot of you'll probably look at them and understand immediately, but if you're doing these sorts of predictions, you have some algorithm figure this out, you have a calculation here. However you do it, you understand whatever is going on behind the scenes in this fictional economy, which, by the way, doesn't yet exist. So again, I don't know what these numbers are based on, because surely they would only be based on how many people are actually using the app, how many people are mining the data, how many people are doing investments, how many transactions are even happening within the economy, and so on. Just from the get-go, you know that data does not exist. But even if it did, why the hell are the numbers so random but precise? Why is it all $2,006? Why not roughly $2,000, which would be kind of a rough estimate? Why is it such a precise number? Where does that precise number come from? Why is it not roughly $6,000? Why is it $6,020? And the reality of that is, this person very clearly just came up with numbers on his own, randomly, or had a freaking AI generate them. I don't know. Again, we have no information about where these numbers come from, save for saying, all salary ranges are realistic predictions based on the game limitations. We don't know what the game limitations are either. In fact, you kind of advertise that there are no limitations to how much money we can make. You were talking about how a rich person can make $1 million in a day, but here the highest limit that you're offering is $90,000 a month. So which one of those was the lie? But it's very clear that he made these numbers up, because he came up with $6,000 and was like, well, people will be like, exactly $6,000? That doesn't seem real. I need to add $20 on top of that. I need to add $6 on top of the $2,000 over here, so it seems more real. I'll tell you right now, Tayton, they don't seem more real. And finally, you might be asking, how does Tayton make any money out of this? How does Tayton make any money? Well, he makes money by having people buy the demo version. That's right, there is only a demo version of this game available, and you can get some bonuses in different tiers for the demo version. But Walter, what's the difference between a demo version and a full version of the unlimited money generator? Well, I guess we'll have an answer for that in the risks and challenges section, so it technically is included in the project, where it says, UMG which Lobster aptly pointed out is Universal Music Group. So that's a terrible acronym for search engine optimization. UNG does pose investment risk. As a game revolving real money and strategy, it is imperative that logical decisions are still made in a live setting. Once again, that just very clearly states that the bottom floor for your income is not $2,000. It is negatives. It is in the negatives. You will have the chance to lose money, but of course, he's not going to pitch you that fact. Mitigate these issues and concerns, this Kickstarter campaign only supports the demo mode, which is a test mode version of the unlimited money generator. Test mode does not require real money to use and is an environment with realistic investment scenarios. Starting at $30, and the highest tier is at $250. And in all of the reward tiers, it does say, oh, it's a demo mode. But only the risks and challenges section is the part where it actually tells you that the demo mode is a test version with no real money. So again, if you somehow were convinced by his amazing pitch video and decided, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna make an investment. I'm gonna use 250 of my hard-earned real-life dollars to buy on the honorary demo copy. Because, I mean, it's gonna give me 500 UC, whatever the UC is, and a golden cruiser, holy, to get the epic demo version, and I'll start making money. But again, only if you read the risks and challenges section, only if you scrolled through the entire project and read everything, will you have the information that actually you're not making any money at all. And he doesn't mention that in the pitch video, in the reward tiers, or anywhere else besides the risks and challenges. I'm kind of done here. I don't want to... I've been recording for like 30 minutes already. There's quite a lot to this project to dissect. I don't think it's even worth saying that you shouldn't be giving money to this guy, because he had like every possible easy money-making pitch, red flag, just lined up in a row in his video and in his project, and then also managed to mess up all of the aspects of that pitch, like the weird reversing of the possibilities there, which I don't know what was the point of. I think he might just have his brain in reverse. It's a weird little thing he's got going on. I just want to say that if you encounter something like this and it features any of the red flags here, the name, the weird pitch aspects of it, saying, oh, anyone can do this without any knowledge, saying, I don't even understand how it works, but oh my god, I'm getting so much money. If any of these things are true for something that you encounter on the internet or in real life, I hope you will know better and just walk away. That's going to do it for today's video. Remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time with my own pitch for how to make unlimited money by getting a job. Audio. My god, I just got jump scared by this guy. There's no other audio in this pitch video except this static stabbing noise and two people